flabbergasted.
There we go.
Like some Jeopardy or some Wheel of Fortune music, just to tell the little people in the
No, that jazz funk shit from that game.
Bruh, that donkey jazz funk is hilarious. What was the part? Yeah, I love that. That's intro song to it. I love all his videos though. He scares me as a black person because he sounds black.
Bruh.
But he is not black.
I did not know he was not black.
Until Mike brought it up, which was fairly recently, bro. I was like, oh, Donkey's black. You know what I mean? I was like, this is a cool ass nigga. And then next thing you know,
he's one of us.
He's one of us. Oh, yeah, you are white. We consider you white.
I was quoting Mike.
Nah, you white.
No,
too.
we've been over this.
Nah,
Hispanic.
You're Hispanic white.
Mexican American.
You're Hispanic white.
There's no. I don't check box on Mark.
You're Hispanic white, bro. We don't count you as one of us.
Native American's what I am.
No, you're not.
Yeah, we are.
You're very much Mexican white, bro.
Mexican.
But nigga, I seen you dance. You're white.
Bro.
2 beers in.
Native American is what I play.
You need to do the 23andMe.
No.
That's a good idea. You know how funny it would be if I was like a reverse Uncle Ruckus? It's just like, you're 78% Caucasian.
You're Scandinavian.
Yeah, what? But bro, I'll be out there with some clogged shoes on, getting to it, dog. Like,
no, I'm 0.6% West African.
Are you?
Assalamu
He said, oh. He had the black meat looking at everybody like, assalamu alaikum. What's up, my people?
I get some credit, right?
Yeah, right.
I get 0.6%.
So Barack Obama's part of me too.
Yeah.
Like, he represents all of us.
Yeah, it said like I had 100% African ancestor in like the 1700s.
Wow.
So us Brits got around.
Yeah, you did. I kind of want to do it.
Yeah.
Might probably gonna be more Asian, but Native American really. The ones,
Yeah.
the original Asians that landed over in Mexico, because they performed in a warmer climate.
And then they
Bruh.
in the sunlight.
So taking the bloodline.
With those,
Polynesians. Yeah.
I don't necessarily really care about my lineage. It's like,
Bro, you gotta be 100% Ugandan knuckles, motherfucker.
Ugandan knuckles, bro. And that was his
Black might like 70% Ugandan knuckles.
I will show you the way.
And 35% Sudanese Sonic with a 5% margin of error. Man, damn, my bad. That was fucked up. That was just funny to say. What if you open up your 23andMe and that's what that shit said? 60% Ugandan knuckles, bro. I'd kill myself. That's like saying you're about 50%, what's his face? Flavor Town. Guy Fieri, yeah. It's like, you and Guy Fieri share a common ancestor. Well, I gotta cut this lineage, yo. Nah, that's fucked up. You know what? He does a lot of shit too, even though he does a lot of good.
I don't care what good he does, he got money.
Yeah, he didn't do anything bad, but it's just like he goes to these what would otherwise be like struggling businesses and then like promotes them so people come and like buy shit. You know what I mean?
Like, have you ever heard of this place?
Right. No, I haven't.
Well, guess what? I have, and this food is fucking fuego.
And then people
Bring
show
your
up.
ass.
And then people show up, man.
Yeah.
And then when we make memes out of them, you know what I mean? He's the Nickelback of food. What were you gonna say?
Nickelback of food. That's a good description.
That's a painfully accurate description.
My bad. That one slid out.
That's about right.
All right, we'll go with that.
I'm just saying, but would you be the Guy Fieri? Like, if you could be him, would you?
If I didn't have to dress like him, I would maybe.
But you even gonna dress?
You mean
like
I gotta wear the smash mouth ass hair?
I get to make stacks for eating food every day.
That's all I'm hearing.
If I could be anybody directly on normal TV, it would be Anthony Bourdain, because he has like the perfect combination of everything. Like it's the travel. He goes everywhere. Yeah, he eats good.
He travels and eats good. There's that guy who thinks Zimmerman who eats the weird shit.
Yeah, he goes there to eat weird shit. It's like, nigga,
And
relax.
then there's the guy who does the eating challenge and like
Man versus Food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
gained a bunch of weight.
And then lost a bunch of weight.
Lost a
Yeah.
bunch of weight too, but those seasons must be rough.
Yeah, them in betweens gotta suck.
I mean, that's
But like
being a hungry-
Anthony
it's
Bourdain,
an
like
athlete, but backwards.
he gets to go there. He gets to be kind of an asshole, Not in, not a complete asshole. Like, it comes with the territory. Like, it's like he's not an asshole in the conventional sense where he's just being a dick for the sake of being a dick. It's like he just gets to be straightforward. You know what I mean? Like he could just be like, well, I don't really like this food. I don't really rock with
people
this.
nowadays just consider it as foolishness.
True. It is changed. Yeah, but he's just he's blunt, honest. But at the same time, it's like he gets to go there. He gets to eat good. He gets to drink good. Because that's one thing the other ones don't get to really do like that either. Is that he goes there and drinks.
Yeah.
And then he gets to like review the place, hang out. Because like what I've always appreciated about him is that he doesn't like Zimmerman goes there, but he doesn't like. He goes like what feels like the touristy kind of places where you would kind of end up going anyway. Like Bourdain will go to like Tokyo, but just never go to any of the major shit. Like he'll go be on somebody's backwood street, like getting street food and all that other stuff. And that's the type of life I would like to live. Where it's like I don't even go like if I wanted to Italy, if I went to Paris and like skip the Eiffel, like that's the type of shit that he'll do. Like skip the Eiffel Tower and go hang out on some backwood alley drinking coffee.
That's how I like to travel.
Yeah, man.
When I was in Italy, I was like, I didn't go to Rome. I was like,
Right, yeah. When we went to
Tuscany.
Right, when we went to Italy, we hit Alessandria, and then we hit the biggest one we hit were Milan, and we hit Venice. But even when we were in Venice, we didn't do any of the like corny shit. We did like got lost on back streets and all this other stuff. It's like that makes it more interesting.
It's very
trip.
easy to get lost in Venice.
What? What I have not knock on wood. I have a very good sense of direction in that, like, if we're lost somewhere, I can kind of guide us back to a main road. Couldn't in Venice. Could not. We were lost for an hour in Venice.
Who played Assassin's Creed?
In that exact area.
I climbed that.
Yeah.
And I was lost.
I was like, yeah, bro. Because
this.
Right, because it's like there's that part of Venice that's like the center maze area where it's like you go through all like the back alley, and these are tight alleys. It's like a couple feet away, and so it's just like you're going through, and there's this beautiful like open area where there's like the lake or the river going through it or whatever, or like the little moat area going through it. And just like I was there with someone else, and we were talking. It got late at night. It's like 11 or 12 at night or some shit like that. And we were like, all right, let's go ahead and head out of here. It took us an hour to get out of there. We were only like, if we knew where we were going, we were like 5 to 10 minutes away, bro. That shit was like, I'm on Diagon Alley, nigga. Like, where the fuck am I? Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Where the fuck am I?
Yeah. But it's good. It's good to get lost.
Yeah, and I agree with that. Yeah, I totally agree.
See, I think that's good, but I also like the touristy spots. Like I like the balance of it.
Do you?
Like I don't like just doing the back streets, because if I'm going there to see the big sites or like the big museums like the Louvre, I want to see that. Mm-hmm. And then like on my extra time, get lost.
I can't do that. I can't stand in line for the Louvre.
Right.
All those paintings and stuff are online. You can look at it.
Right, like that's what gets me. Is like
to me, it's very different. Like,
to you,
I like being there and witnessing it.
To me, I'd rather go.
That's understandable.
I'd rather like rent a car or a bike and just ride out.
Right, like that is an Elvin trip. Is like it's
a back road and
yes.
I've never been out of the country, so I really.
Well, we could schedule something where we all go. To be honest,
I've been to Canada, but
that counts.
That counts.
I count it.
Canada, so.
I haven't been to Canada either, but like even with like Cuba, like I was, cause I went with my mom because of the vacation. Like she got an extra ticket. She's like, you want to come through? And I was like, yeah, what the fuck not? I was like, I didn't plan for anything else, and so we got there. We had a ton of fun, but like she broke off at one point to do like some of the more touristy type of stuff, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna just go ahead and walk around these empty streets at night. And that's what I did, man. Like I hit a lot of like empty streets at like 2:00 in the morning, just chilling, running into people. I ran into like, those be the best parts of the trip too. Like when you run into like a stranger, you know what I mean? Because when I was in Cuba, like I was just walking around. Ran into what happened to be the university there, like the big university in Havana University or whatever it's called. And then like ran into a dude. He told me his name, blah blah blah. Asked me where I was from, showed me around, asked me about life. I spent like 2 hours with him and his girlfriend, and then like that's the part of the trip that I remember the most. You know what I mean? Is like just running into strangers and shit, and that's what makes it. You know what I mean? Because like to me, everybody has their own cup of tea. You know what I mean? Like everybody goes like some people want to do touristy shit and get out. Some people want to do a little bit in between. Some people just want to do none of the touristy stuff. But the thing that makes a trip to me is the part that's not planned for. Like
that's the thing. I always go with the idea. I don't have any plans when I travel.
I don't either.
Zero plans.
Zero. Literally zero.
I like the balance of like hitting the. See, that's what I like about it, because I don't go with the idea of hitting touristy spots or not touristy spots. I go wherever it goes, you know?
Right.
If I happen to see the tourist spots, great, and if it leads somewhere else, even better.
Right.
Is what it is. I just kind of go with it.
Yeah, like that's how it was.
So like, because there's certain spots that like when I think about like, if I'd like to go to Italy, I'd like to see like the Vatican Square. I would like to see like the Colosseum, you know, because one of the things like you can see online, but like there's something about seeing them in person, you know.
Yeah.
And then like I'd be okay like getting lost anywhere else. Just like
That's fair. Like you like a little bit of you like to start off at a tourist spot and then let it bleed out into whatever.
It's
Yeah,
like
that makes sense.
Kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay because like people never really like bother me. You know what I mean? Like the
Right.
crowds and that kind of thing.
I
I'm
agree.
okay with that.
I'm cool with. I'm normally, and that's the way I am too. Is like I'm cool with going out to I guess to a degree, to a spot that is more touristy. I don't like to hang out there, but at the same sense, it's like Michael saying, like when we were in Italy, one of the best parts of it was when we got that car and like we just hopped in it and just rode in that shit, because we took it from Alessandria all the way down to Milan, which is like a 4-hour drive. And everybody else in that car fell asleep on the way down there, and I was wide awake, staring out the window. You know what I mean? It's like it's just shit like that. It's like those are the little bits that you remember because you just like when in your darkest times or whatever, when you're having a bad day. You know what I mean? It's just like you think about those days where you're just like, I wish I was there again. You know, little basic shit. And it makes, I don't know. I don't know if you know what Sonder is. It's basically like the idea that everyone around you is living like a separate life that is, you know what I mean? Like it's completely unrelated to you. It's an idea. Of course you know that inherently, but it's just like, it's the word for that idea. And it's just like, I get that a lot where like, if I'm in an airport or whatever, like I end up looking at people and I just imagine what their day-to-day life is like. And I get that one. That's why I love vacation so much, because it gives me an opportunity to be someone that lives there. You know what I mean? As opposed to being a tourist in a new place. So yeah.
The airport's a good place to people watch.
Definitely.
Dude, people watching at the airport is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, man, it is.
All kinds of characters.
Dude, not just the experience of sitting there watching all the characters, like I also like it when they start doing when they start letting people board. You know, as they go from first class, business class, all the way down.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. You get to see money. You know what I mean? Like, who
Even
has the
then,
money?
You see money and then you see like
Poverty.
well, there's plenty of poverty everywhere. But
Who's
like, you get
the
to see
poor?
the
You get to
pretense of
see
money.
the riffraff.
The riffraff, the bums.
Yeah, you get to see the pretense of money, you know?
Right.
There's like money, like you blew way too much money on this trip. Like
Yeah, right. So you know that tickles an extra $500 to go a little bit better.
Yeah,
know
you
what I
can
mean?
drop $1,000 to go first class to LA.
Right.
Or you could just drop the $300.
Yeah, exactly. And hop onto the coach.
Just go to Whitewater.
True.
That's another fun place for people to watch.
I've never been to Whitewater.
I've never been to Whitewater.
Yeah, me
Joe, my
too.
swimming is not strong.
Don't go.
Don't go catch the
Unless you want
Ebola.
to get like staff from being lazy.
I was about to say, yeah, it's like
There's just
that.
something about it sounds so like I prefer the ocean. It's big enough.
That's true,
I know
yeah.
the ocean's diluting everything.
But if you think about it, though, like the ocean might be worse.
Yeah.
Because when you take into account, like, think all the whale piss you done swam in because you were in the
well
ocean.
pissed though, you know.
We-
I
we're
never
okay
heard of
with
whale
ocean.
AIDS.
The
Never heard of
ocean's
whale
big.
AIDS.
Huh? Whale AIDS? That's true, huh?
Yeah,
The ocean's big.
the ocean's massive.
The ocean
The
is
wave
massive.
pool
It's-
per person.
That's true, yeah. That person,
That wave pool, yeah, that wave pool.
that shit is human soup.
That's got to be 3%.
That easily 3%.
But I'd still jump in there before I jump in the fucking Ganges.
Yeah.
Bruh. You could have, I don't know, if you had a gun to my head, I was like jumping the Ganges, it would be a fight to decide which one of us, yeah. It's like,
Just run that over with.
it's like, man, hit a nigga right in the middle so that way I go out easy. You know what I mean? Because, bro, the Ganges is, you either gonna come out the Ganges with superpowers or death. There's no in between. And you're not gonna want them superpowers. You know what I mean? Like, you come out, you're able
Poor mom, a toilet.
Yeah, bro. I would rather eat frosted flakes out of a toilet bowl than dip a toe in the Ganges, dog. Dead ass. Have you seen the pictures of the Ganges? The Ganges look like it's
That's not
60%.
something I frequent.
Bruh, the 60% blood, like 20 to 30% or my bad, that's the one, that number's from hell off. 60% garbage, like 5% blood, and then like an assortment of a hodgepodge of like 35%
Bro,
random
it's
shit.
orange, it's orange brown color.
Oh my
with like a foam
God.
or like some type of film at the top.
Bro, this shit look like this shit look like
fish or like anything in there that lives.
there's no fish in there, but there's undiscovered bacteria in there. The cure to AIDS is in that shit somewhere. Yeah.
And the cause of it.
But the super bacteria that causes it is also in there too.
Just duking it out.
$20 says you can actually see the bacteria with your naked eye. It's a can cheese.
You point it out like that's AIDS.
Yeah. and it speaks back to you. Yeah.
That's chlamydia.
I'm AIDS.
I was big in the 80s.
For real.
I was here.
Talk about, there was a brand of Coca-Cola, or like soda that was called AIDS, wasn't it? And they died quick after that AIDS epidemic went out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they fell apart. They were up there with Fresca, and then all of a sudden, boom! It was like, AIDS broke out, and they was like, man, we gotta rebrand. We gotta get out of
I
here.
can't start my soda called ISIS.
I'll be down for
Is
it.
that what you're saying?
Bro, I'll grab me a can of ISIS to try it out.
I can't start a company with ISIS.
Tastes like jihad, nigga.
Open up a can. Boom!
Boom! You hear?
Explosion of flavor.
Yo, I'm paying to see them ass. That shit sounds like GTA. ISIS Cola, an explosion of
Yeah,
flavor.
they had like what, piss washer? It was like a beer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh god.
Yeah, man. But on that travel tip, yeah. That's all I could think about. I can't stop thinking about the cereal shit and how bad my cereal choices were. I used to eat some adult ass cereal as a kid, bro. But I used to like adult ass ice cream.
Pistachios, that's your own ice cream. I
I used to love. You know what else I used to love? Rum raisin.
Nah.
Used to?
That's a faggoty ass.
I still do love rum raisin. You said so? What'd you say? Nah, there it is. Nah, it's too late. You didn't let it out.
That's a faggoty ass ice cream I've ever heard.
Damn.
Damn.
But
You just said you
I'm
like
not using the
pistachio,
word faggoty
nigga.
here. Like I'm just using it very loosely, not like discriminatory. You know.
But a little bit discriminatory, because that's the way you carry
Just a
yourself
little
now.
bit.
Yeah, I'm a little zesty. Why am I zesty, dog? Because I like a good ice cream. Rum raisin, I was telling Summers, rum raisin's an ice cream for men that pay taxes. That's a serious ice cream. That's like I'll have a scoop after dinner ice cream. Not like I'm gonna eat an ice cream cold of it. I'll have a scoop to lighten the palate and then I'll go to bed. Rum raisin. Damn, I was a square ass kid though.
Dude, that's like an old person.
It is. It's like having a tapioca.
Yeah, you
Like,
follow that with some prune juice.
No.
yeah. You chase it with some prune juice. You going regular. That's for certain. My roommate in college used to eat pruned. Yeah, bro. Like that for my freshman year, my roommate used to eat like prunes like they were
You
candy.
guys are bad
How
ones.
do you get prunes? Like I go shopping all the time. I never see prunes.
He got the prune
You guys
candy.
got prune
Like the prune can. Like it's not candy, but it's like the dried prunes that come in a big container, and it's like they're individually wrapped.
You had to get them from somewhere else, because I mean, like.
No, you
don't
get it
even-
from Kroger.
You don't even see prunes unless you're at least above
Yeah.
55.
You just have a pair of old grapes or something.
Nah, it's in the aisle. They're actually like like dried prunes. Like they're like sold like how they sell them in like the little like it's like a big little plastic container. You can get them in Kroger. You can get them at any grocery store. They're there.
Yeah, but you're not gonna notice them unless
Bruh,
you're 55 old.
That's true, yeah. But he used to light up that bedroom or that our dorm
They're
room.
probably right next to the Werther's Originals.
That's most
Hey,
definitely.
hey, Werther's Originals are good.
Fuck out of here.
I'm not disputing the fact that Werther's Originals are good. They're just for old people.
How come they don't make a Blizzard out of Werther's Originals?
Cause it would be for old people, dog. Like when the
But you wouldn't try it just to figure out what it tastes like.
Because the brand
They should come up with an old bitch ice cream, and it's got prune chunks in it, and it's got like tapioca balls.
Bro, you lost me in tapioca.
You don't fuck with tapioca?
Nah.
I love tapioca.
Tapioca's that nah.
No, tapioca don't taste like what you mean. Tapioca don't taste like anything.
Man, tapioca tastes like fish heads, bro. Like that shit is disgusting.
It tastes like fish.
Nah, man, tapioca's good.
You miss me with all that shit.
Damn, man, my man said it tastes like fish heads.
It's like porridge.
Yes.
Porridge, by the way. Is that like oatmeal?
Yes,
It's not oatmeal though.
It is
What-
what
what Goldilocks?
I thought it was farina.
What the fuck is that?
Farina is like what cream of wheat is made out of.
Ah, so it's ass. Okay.
Fuck you, nigga. As a kid, I used to fuck with cream of wheat too,
I was
bro.
about to say, yeah, rum raisin and criminal. It's all the same.
God
So-
damn, I'm an old nigga. Bro, I'm an old soul. Good.
I used to think I was all like so when you came out here.
Damn, that's like eating pinto beans for no reason. I'm gonna fix a car.
I thought I needed a rocking chair when I was a kid. But
Bruh, I like fucking
But you know
like
what?
Pepperidge Farm.
You know what oatmeal I did fuck with was those dinosaur eggs.
Yes. Dino
Dino egg oatmeal.
I don't know what that is.
Dude.
The only oatmeal I ever had is Quick Ropes.
Goddamn Mexican.
But you had to make it with milk, none of that water shit.
Well, yeah,
Right.
yeah, you gotta
But that's
do
the way I
that.
felt about cream of wheat. If you made it with milk instead, and then you put sugar in it to like give it a little bit of like
Brown
more
sugar.
flavor, a little brown sugar.
Yeah, you do a little brown sugar, stick cinnamon,
Man, yeah, that bowl, oh, bro,
my
that
family
was
was
so.
from up north, and like they don't rock with grits, and so like my
Grits
mom,
ain't foreign, ain't the same thing.
they would make grit. My mom would make grits, but then she would also make cream of wheat, and like I confused them one day. Never made that mistake again.
Man, that's how you
You
feel,
don't
bro.
fuck with grits?
Bro,
No, I love grits,
Yeah.
but I can't fuck with cream of wheat.
Okay.
Man, I love me some cream of wheat.
I think I'm okay with that.
I fuck with grits.
They
I fuck with flying biscuit grits.
Yeah,
Yes.
those flying biscuit grits.
But I rock with it. You know who got really good grits randomly? Ormsby's.
That's because Orange got really good food in general.
True, but
Yeah.
they have, I don't know what their grits are different. Like it's like more grainy and like there's more to it. It's
I don't
really
like
good.
the graininess. I like the smooth. If
Really?
it's gonna be grainy, it's gotta have cheese.
I don't know, but theirs doesn't have cheese in it. I rock with
It's
it.
like Waffle House grits.
Yeah,
Those
grainy's
are
more.
great.
Yeah, it's more like first one. It's
What is
like
it?
grainy.
Ormsby's is more grainy than that. Like Ormsby's is damn eating like quinoa. If you,
Dude, yeah, that's like for more savory. I don't know. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I
Sometimes
know
mine
what
would be
you're
like drowning in a lake of butter.
damn, y'all crazy.
That's why I like
Hey.
flying biscuit.
if that's the way I go out, that's the way I go out.
Good shit. But shrimp and grits with heavy cheese in the grits is unbelievable.
Gouda, those Gouda grits, Gouda cheese grits.
Did you get shrimp and grits over in Louisiana?
Did I?
You got something. I mean, I don't know. That food was good, especially after coming off that high and winning money at the casino.
Being drunk as fuck.
Right.
Yeah, man. That was the same night we let Mike go to bed that night when we got twerked on.
Mistakes we made that night.
Damn, we let Mike go to. Bro, we took that nigga. Yeah, you were out, bro. I don't know if you remember that night at all, but you were done, so. It was like, Mike was like 6 beers
You
in.
pumped me full of. They weren't beers, nigga. You pumped me full of fucking. They were. Was it gin and tonics?
Bro, we fed you gin and tonics on how they feed ducks for foie gras. Like, we held him by the esophagus, put a pump down his throat, and filled him up until the fluid hit his tongue.
Mike double fisted 2 gin and tonics back to back.
Bro, yeah, and then,
Yeah.
and then we gently took him back on top of that trolley, walked him right back to the crib, and then we went right back out that same night. Oh, poor Mike almost died. And then we got what was the most non-innocent day of my life. Twerked on by strange women in a very uncomfortable situation.
While taking the Lord's name in vain.
Yeah, man. Might as well do all of it at one time.
Might as well get it all out.
Yeah, exactly. What was that old quote? It's like if you go if one sin takes you to hell, then do 1,000,000, come down a legend.
I mean, if you know the rules, you might as well break them all the way the level with.
That's true, man.
I hear he's very forgiving guy.
I'd have pulled a Drake. He's a forgiving dude. I'd have pulled a Drake and married one of them strippers.
Oh no.
That's
Oh,
too much.
no.
You would marry a stripper, man?
Nah, I wouldn't marry.
I'm not pulling the T-Pain out here, bro.
He didn't marry a stripper.
Nah, but he had a song that was like.
I'm in love with a stripper. Yeah.
Yeah, nah.
But he like I don't know.
I ain't
I
rocking
think I mean, I know it sounds fucked up to say in 2018, I guess, but it's like I think I'm a liberal about that type of stuff
Nah,
in the sense, huh?
I just wouldn't.
There
You
are
wouldn't-
people too.
Yeah,
I mean, they
exactly.
are.
You think you can fall in love with a stripper? You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. It's just a
I
profession.
just
I don't think I
I
could
just
follow.
don't see myself meeting a stripper.
But if I mean, this is all assuming you have now met a stripper. Like you couldn't.
Meeting someone.
Yeah, because you don't know who the exactly. You don't know where the fuck you meet a
I'm
stripper.
gonna be straight honest. I'm gonna be real honest. Like, let's say I do meet a chick and she's cool. As soon as I find out a stripper, things just change mentally in my head.
Really, and you can't be the same around
I
that.
can't be the same.
I don't think that affects me.
That's
You are the same way.
No, I said that makes sense for him.
Oh, for him, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's
It's
totally.
like you give the mental block.
That doesn't affect me, cause like I have a liberal enough mom, like family, to be like, all right, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, at least my mom will be like, whatever. I mean, at least you found somebody that makes you happy. But it's just like
I mean,
it doesn't affect me.
Yeah, see, there's so liberal, good, yeah, but I got nothing against it. Go ahead, fall in love with the strip.
What's with these Pinocchio ass shoes?
I'm just saying, with me personally,
I know they're not shoes.
eventually I'm not gonna be like, it just changes the game. So see, I no longer love her. You know what I mean?
Holy shit.
Damn.
All right.
Same way. You know, things are different.
I mean, I guess things are different. Maybe like I would go so far as to say like I don't know. I'm not 100% certain whether or not I would marry a porn star. Like if I find out that you did porn before, it's like, yeah, all right, you know what I mean? Like I don't know if that affects me. You know what I mean?
I'm better with porn for some reason.
You're better with porn than stripping?
Yeah. To me,
What?
porn stars are cleaner than strippers, and I don't know why.
Yes, because porn stars have to get tested. Yeah.
See,
Porn stars have to get tested. And that's the thing that gets me too. Is like there's this misconception that people are like, would you fuck a porn star? No, she's got diseases. No, they don't. They're cleaner than normal people.
Yeah, because they have to be.
They have to. It's their job. You know, like they're like when you. It's like recreational cooking versus cooking in a restaurant. You know what I mean? It's like when you're recreational cooking, you can do whatever you want. Your dog gets in the way, you pet it, and you go back to making grits.
Yeah.
But if you work in a professional kitchen, like you got scores to deal with because now the government's involved.
Cool.
Yeah, when you're paying taxes for something, now it's serious. And so it's the same thing. It's like strippers tend to be, not strippers, porn stars tend to be cleaner because they don't have a choice, you know what I mean, in the matter. And so, yeah, it's not a bad, I mean, well, they have a choice, of course, but it's
I'm not saying the strippers themselves are dirty, but their clientele.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, it's not like dudes are randomly fingering strippers. It's just like, I mean, maybe you randomly finger strippers. Okay, maybe not, but it's just like, I don't know. I mean, I guess I've heard, depending on the strip club you go to, that you might not want to touch the strippers.
Yeah.
Because there's certain things that are dirtier.
It just depends on where you are.
Right.
There's some places where it's just like, oh, I'm a stripper, like I'm a, throw my tits in your face, you can't touch me though, keep your hands to yourself. Et cetera, et cetera. And then there are other places where it's just like, how much money you throwing at me?
Yeah.
Cool.
And I've heard
Put your hands wherever the fuck you want.
Right. And I've heard the South is better too because apparently up north, all they do is like take the top off and that's it. And it's just like, but down here, yeah, right. No, man, I burst in the strip club finally up north and then she just got a top off. It's like, boo.
Where's the rest?
Yeah, where's the beef? But maybe not that literal, but at least down, where's the roast beef? But at least down here, like, you just be having a conversation with a stripper and she's like completely naked. It's like, it's not, but the funny thing is it's not even really all that sexual. It's just like, oh, she's just naked. You know? It's like, all right, whatever. Yeah, the first time I ever went to a strip club was a couple years ago and it was just like, I've only been in them 3 times in my life, but in the same sense, it was like, oh shit, this chick's naked and there's really not any sort of arousal from it. It's just like, all right, whatever, you know what I mean? People are talking to her, like they're having real conversations. It's like, it's not like, how's the weather? And it's like, and she's just twerking on this dude's face, like real shit. Worried about the next fiscal quarter, you know what I mean? Like what? It's like, this girl is completely naked.
Worried about the future, your job.
Yeah.
I've never been in a strip club.
Really?
Yeah.
We should get you in one. It's you think that it's one way, and you think that you'd respond one way when you're in it, and it's not. Like when you're young, when you're like super young, you're like, I'm gonna go crazy in the strip club, but then you realize because no one's really acting out there, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, once you walk in there, the vibe kind of like.
And that's why I don't think I have a problem with dating or marrying in the future. Like, you know what I mean, like a stripper, because it's like, especially at a good place, not like some backwoods alley called like Beef or some shit like that. Like a real strip club, like an upstairs.
Snatch them up from the clear.
Yes. Oh no! Don't do that to me.
Oh, not there.
Nah, bro. There's some seasoned vets in there. Them women been in the game for a long time. I don't know if I can match up mentally with that level of age, but
I think you can handle.
Yeah, considering that I ate rum raisin ice cream and enjoy the sweet sultry taste of a Werther's original.
You a couple years off from Werther's original, you alright?
Damn, fuck you though. You think you older than me? But yeah, I can do it. I totally think I'm trying to think of the things that would 100% bar me from a relationship with somebody.
Kinkles.
Bro, you in this Kinkles shit, I don't know how you deal with it.
I deal with it by eliminating those options off the table.
I just don't know how. Like, that's a problem.
What if she had a really big dick?
All right, I mean that's the same. That's a zero.
There you go.
That's a 0 for me.
Okay, what about a small dick?
No, nah. I'm not into dude. But it's I mean, for strictly a woman's sense, like, I don't know. If you were dumb, like, if you were 100% stupid, then that would definitely bar me from wanting to be in a relationship.
I deal with those stupid people at work.
Yeah.
I cannot.
And I don't mean stupid as in that you don't know things. I mean, like, stupid in that you think you know things and they're not those things. Like, it's just like, it's one thing to be like, well, I don't know this, so can you explain it, or do you know someone that can explain? That's different. That's a difference.
That's you were not educated, but you have a desire
To be
be
Right,
educated.
You at least
yeah.
understand where you fall.
Yeah.
Right. You understand, and you're willing to be like, look, I don't get this.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, it's that, like, crazy stupid. Can I get the Cajun shrimp? It's like, you mean Cajun, bitch? Like, I don't know if I can do it. You can't bring that home. Can't bring it home at all.
Hey, as a Mexican American, I struggle with some words sometimes because I've never said them. Sometimes, you know.
Really?
Yeah, there's certain words in English that I don't use because I use them in Spanish.
Uh-huh.
And when I have to say them in English,
Like cruceta for
Yeah,
the crossbar or the cross wrench or whatever.
yeah, or like
Tire iron,
Or
yeah.
you know how there's a bass, like the music, like
Uh-huh.
so how's it spelled?
BASS.
And there's a fish,
Bass.
right? So
Yeah.
all this is called it bass.
Okay, that's cool. That's
Because in
actually
Spanish
pretty
it's
cool.
baco, you know, I don't know the difference. I'm just reading the damn word.
Right.
But it's bass.
For when I was young, I used to read the word come on in books as Simon.
Simon.
Yeah, but like, I've always heard that was a thing with people who read a lot growing up. When you're a kid, it's like there's so many words that you just know, but you don't know how to pronounce.
Yeah.
And so, like, there's all types of shit that you'll hear conversations. You're like, oh, that's how that word is said.
Yeah.
And it's the same type of thing.
Fucking erudite was like that for me because I would see that in books, and then like I tried to say it out loud, and one of my friends pulled me to the side and was just like, "Are you stupid?"
Like, are you dumb?
I vouch for you. You embarrassing.
You come in here, you embarrassed me. Yeah, I see that. Like, I was that way about a couple of words, and then yeah, it's interesting. You know what I mean? Because it's not like you're dumb.
Back to bass. Why isn't it B-A-S-E?
And you would think it'd be better. It would be wonderful if English did everything pronounced the way it's supposed to be, instead of PH being an F sound and all these other things. I don't know. I really
K
don't.
being silent.
Huh?
And knife.
Oh, yeah.
Knife, yeah. Or a G being silent, gnat, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's a phonetic reason why we carried it over to make it look like one thing, but you think it'd be like, would there be like an English simplified, like there's a Chinese simplified? Yeah. A Mandarin simplified?
English created rules because other languages had rules.
That's true.
It's like after before E, except after C, except you can write a whole thesis
On why that's never right.
on why that's never right using words that don't follow that rule.
That's true.
So what's the plural of octopus?
Octopi or octopuses.
Or octopodes? Because octopus is Greek origin, and the plural of Greek origin is topodes.
Oh shit.
And octopi is technically incorrect because that's Latin. But because it was generated to English, you can say octopus is fine. Actually, all three are fine. As long as you're consistent.
I want to use it in
Damn,
conversation.
nigga, like, what did you read at the source?
No, I saw a link on YouTube at work and I was bored.
If that ain't no greater pursuit of knowledge, I don't know what is.
Boredom or
I just
boredom?
think octopodes is a cool word.
Bro, I was so bored at work today, I started learning Braille.
How?
I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, I started reading.
So you can read the signs outside cubicles and elevators and stuff?
That does say
Yes.
this.
That does. You're right, yeah.
I'm Stevie Wonder with the hands now.
This is the female restroom and not the men's.
It's like, sir, you also have eyes. Yes, but I also like to read things with my
Don't
hands.
question my disabled.
Yeah. We're not all the same. I'm trans disabled.
I identify as blind.
Damn.
Some tax cuts.
Damn. I'm only in it for the tax cuts. You're gonna see an eye dog, but you're like looking around and just like, this nigga can see. Like, it's like, what is he?
Bro, I'm gonna see that dog in a heartbeat.
Would
those
you?
Those dogs are amazing.
They are beautiful dogs.
Well, they're beautiful dogs, but they're so well fucking trained, bro.
Well, they have to be because
I
you're
know.
training them, nigga.
But I'm so I'm like, so I hang out with my mentor CNI dog a lot, and I'm spoiled now. That dog does so much better than any other dog I've ever met in my life.
Yeah,
It's
they
just
got to be competent, man. I want a seeing eye pit bull or a seeing eye Tibetan Mastiff. You know them big wild ass dogs.
The big one with the wild
Arcanine,
hair.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, them dogs are crazy.
When they get angry, their teeth are all like, they're like fucking lions.
Bro, yeah, because what do they call them? Like bear fighting dogs or whatever it was, something like that.
Yes, yeah.
Because you could let a couple of them loose and they'll rip a bear down. Yeah, man. What if you go outside and your dog took down a bear?
I feel pretty confident.
You eating steaks for the rest of your life.
Yeah, but I ain't got no choice,
I do
bro.
want to eat bear steak though.
It probably tastes good. I know people eat bear fat.
Why can't you eat bear steak?
You can't eat the bear steak. You can't eat. What's the one you can't eat? Polar bear liver is what you
it's
can't. It's too much vitamin A. It'll poison you. Yeah.
Not the whole liver.
You can have a little bit, yeah.
I mean, maybe if you eat a like, I don't know for sure though. I'm not taking. I'm not taking a fucking chance. Let's put it that way.
First and foremost, I don't think I'll ever see a
12 pounds
polar bear in
carrots.
my lifetime.
Knock on wood.
Uh,
Because they will hunt down people. Yeah, they're one of the few animals that will go out of their way to hunt down human.
I kind of have to.
True, when food is so scarce, like, look, nigga, you have to give up some of that meat.
Yeah, you look like a tape.
No, they got
my
this.
son, I mean, all of it. Give me all that meat.
But then you eat the polar bear instead? Savage level 1000.
I don't know where to kill a polar bear.
You don't think you can kill a polar bear? Polar bear is probably one of the few animals I feel comfortable killing because they would kill me. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like...
Any bear.
I'd give that nigga
Grizzly bears?
maybe not a black bear, because black bears are, like, scared of people.
Well, they're scared of loud noises, but if you corner them out, they start fighting you.
Of course. But if you corner it out, yeah.
That's fight or flight. Like, I can't flight.
Right,
so
exactly. So I have to fight. Yeah, it's the same
I'm
thing.
a bear, so it's
Yeah, but a polar bear is like, you don't have to corner that nigga for him to come and look at you like DiGiorno.
I think this polar bears and grizzly bears are the same way. Those are also massive animals.
Yeah, and I think I don't know if grizzlies actively hunt human. I think that they will. Yeah, they will if they have to. But polar bears will just go look you out. Like, I've heard the stories. Yeah, bro, right. I've heard the stories about people in like the Arctic or the Antarctic. Is the Antarctic one of them?
But I was mistake number one.
Yeah, true. Why are you there? But it's just like they'll like look out of the windows of the lab or whatever, and there'll be one out there like looking in, like Quagmire looking in the giggity, yeah, looking in to make sure. Yeah, it's like, y'all got some food in there. All y'all food. So I don't know. They're one of the few animals I think I feel comfortable killing. Like them.
Nah, there's not enough of them. I know people killing deer. There's plenty of deer everywhere.
Deer's fine because it's just like deer just big ass rats from what hunters say.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them all over the place.
Yeah, I could do a deer.
I'd like buffalo.
Buffalo would be probably. I don't know if I could do a buffalo. I don't think I'd kill a buffalo because I don't think I could kill a cow. To be honest with you.
But you eat cow.
Oh, I'd kill a
But
cow.
I do eat cow. I had cow yesterday, huh?
I'd kill a cow.
I don't think I could kill a cow.
Oh yeah, give me the bolt gun.
I think you have to be willing to kill any animal that you eat.
I totally agree with that. I feel the same way. It's like if you're willing to eat meat, I feel like you should be comfortable in killing and obtaining, quote unquote, that meat. Now, it's not easy.
Someone else killing it.
Right. I mean, but even if somebody, because I don't know, I think like if you eat meat, you should have to kill something big in your lifetime. You know what I mean? Like if you eat beef all the time, you should have to be able to kill a cow.
No, I think you just have to be okay with the idea of it being killed. See what I'm saying?
I agree with that too, but I think there's something more personal. Like, you know, like I like stereotypically like that Native American thing that we always think that they did, where it's just like you like kill the animal and then like you like thank God, the gods basically for providing you with the meat. Yeah, I think to some degree like you have to be comfortable with the battle of getting meat. You know what I mean? Like actually having to get it yourself. Cause it's kind of fucked up that even though I still eat meat, it's fucked up in the sense that we like raise this thing with the sole purpose of killing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean like.
But I'm hungry.
As the human race, we have outgrown a lot of shit. And one
True.
of those things is
For now, though.
For now, yeah.
Yeah.
One of those things is the need to go out and like put ourselves at risk to get food.
Yes, because we're very
Hunter
weak.
gatherer.
True.
Meanwhile,
Yeah, because we're handing it, like, we're very weak.
I mean, yeah.
How are you gonna kill a cow without, like, actual guns?
Oh, it'll kill you before you kill it. Yeah, but
Postmates.
he said Postmates.
Just sit on your couch.
Yeah, cause
Let someone do it for you.
like that's why I did lobster is the only animal that I've ever killed with the express point of eating it, and even that was kind of tough because it took me like a while to build up the courage to then kill this thing to know that I was gonna eat it.
Did you just drop it in a pot or did you stab it?
I put it in the freezer first, and then I put a knife in its head if I remember right, and then I put it in this pot.
Why not just drop it straight in the pot?
I think putting it in the freezer like dulls its senses, and then you
It's gonna go out either which way.
stab it in the head to like cut off its nervous system, and then you throw it in the pot. But even that took me like 10 minutes to do. Like it took me 10 minutes to muster up the courage to then stab this thing in the
Is
head.
it true
with a
they
knife.
hiss when you put them in the pot directly without
They
it?
don't hiss, but their shell.
Their shell does.
It's just the sound of their shell. It's like a.
Yeah, it's not the animal actually. Yeah,
the loose air.
yeah. 'Cause it's not.
People think like.
You think it drops in the pot? It's like whoa, hiss, as it's going down like Terminator, hiss. But even that was tough, so I can't. As I think about it, like I think I could now, as like more of an adult, kill like a deer or something. But I don't know if I can kill a cow, because cows got like human eyes. There's like an emotion to their eyes.
Nah, horses have more noble eyes than cows. Cows look just like lost. You're doing them a favor, like.
You doing them a favor by murking them? Nah, I don't know, because to me in my head it's like if you kill a cow comfortably, I feel like you could kill a human comfortably.
No, you know what is hard to kill?
What?
A lamb.
Nah, that makes sense. Yeah, that'd be tough.
As a teenager, as a child, back when I was 13, we had this lamb, we were making barbacoa. And like they removed all the children away from the backyard because you're not supposed to let the lamb see children because typically when they, superstition. But if they see the lamb and you start killing it, it starts like balking as it's dying. But if you remove all the children and only leave adults and you kill it, then it just stays quiet as the blood slowly seeps out. Because what happens is you get the goat, you tie up its legs, you hang it up,
Right.
and then you stab it right here in the artery next to his neck, and you just let it drain out beneath the bucket.
Yeah.
And like you just see its eyes go lifeless.
Damn. That's real though, but like
It's like when I saw this go down, I'm just sitting there like real quiet.
yeah. Damn. When we were in Cuba, yeah, the woman that we went up into the mountains in what's the name of that? It starts with a V, but we like it was like an hour and a half, 2 hour trip out, and we were like out backwoods, and this woman cooked chicken that she had, or like we had chicken that she had just killed, you know what I mean? And that flavor is incomprehensible, bro. Like it's different. Like it really is. I came back and for a while I couldn't eat like normal chicken. I mean I have to now because it's like the cheapest meat to get, but it's like that flavor was unbelievable. I was like, God damn, like I need to work on. I don't necessarily know if I want to work on it, but like you and I had this conversation where it's like I think some point, maybe some branch of me, if there's a future timeline, like kind of wants a farm in that way. Like I don't know what has happened to me. If you told me 10 years ago, I'd have been like, what the fuck are you talking about? But like recently I've been on this weird farm thing where I'm just like comfortable with the idea of having a farm in the near future. Like where it's just like a couple of cows, is Black Mike sleep? Yeah.
That's what Portland and New Orleans does.
Yeah. Same reason why we cut it off in New Orleans.
I guess that's the end for today.
Yeah, that'll be the end of this one. I don't know what to name this one. We'll think of a name.
This is pilot 2.
The reboot. What is this? What we say it was Bamboozle. What was the name of it? I said Tomfoolery Electric Boogaloo Part 2.